Have you ever noticed that most pastors who come out of seminary school, they never teach stewardship? Or you ever thought about why so many churches now are boarded up? And they quick to say, well, seminary school, they taught us how to study the Bible. But what's amazing to me, and I'm not talking about everybody, but in all that studying, if you studying and comprehending the same Bible we talking about, the same God we talking about, the Christ we talking about, just like I said yesterday, why is it so many building funds that last 20 to 30 years? Why is it more teaching of tithing than stewardship? Why is it most people that do tithe don't understand the principle of tithing? That whether you tithe or tithe and give or don't do nothing at all, that's your business. This is not a video to talk about who tithe and who ain't. Some people tithe, some don't. Hey, that's your business what you do. But you got people that's lost. It's, Pastor, what happened to the vision? Or what are we doing? And it's amazing because every time I look around while I'm driving, a church that I've known for a long time, the bank now owns it. Or I see them boarded up, getting ready to put something there. And out of all the money that's been taken up over years and years and years, man, you would think, well, I said yesterday, it wouldn't be no such thing as a raggedy building. Churches that I know that look like Western crack houses. So I'm not saying this to be mean, family. I'm doing these little wake-up call videos because too many people are wasting so much money, not seeing results. And some of them, their own home is so out of order because of the money they wasted in church. See, I was taught growing up, boy, don't worry about where your money going. Just give. God gonna bless it. Just give. No. Holy Spirit ain't never told me to be no fool. And when you talk about just, don't worry about it, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Well, stop crying when you see Creflo Dollar when he got that $65 million jet. Or stop whining and crying about Kenneth Copeland and them ministries that got all that real estate and Bentleys and Rolls Royces and private jets and kids going to college. Stop crying about it because don't worry about where the money going. Where the money going, excuse me. See, that's just old talk right there. You got to wise up. You gotta realize there's a lot of games being played out here. See, a lot of ministers come out to seminary school and they just don't even know how to. They don't have the wisdom. They don't even know how to structure. And I'm not talking about all, but that's why you see what you see. And let me tell you something. I know a lot of people that come out of seminary school. A lot. And they're always quick to try to get a building. That's why I did the video yesterday. This is like a part 2 of I need a bigger building. If you can't pack out the building you got, if you can't even bring that building up to code, if you're not being faithful and trying to make that one look nice, that's why I was doing that video yesterday about that. That's why I said those churches that know how to do it, they know how to get grants. But most of these preachers that come out of seminary school, they don't know nothing about how to really grow a church, how to expand. They just tithing. Pay your tithes. Or all my life, you know what I saw? Begging. You probably seen it too. It's always a begging. Then they got the nerve to hang those charts on the wall and put their goal up there. But if you don't have no plan to get to that goal, that's why I talked about this yesterday. You just want to believe in the faith movement. Just have faith, brother. What I've seen all my life was just faith. Go off of your faith and begging. Now, someone to show you something wrong with that right there. Half of the preachers I know will get in the pulpit and try to tell you to do something they don't even believe in themselves. I know y'all ain't gonna like this video right here either. That's all right. Love you. It's time to wake up, family. It's time to wake up. That's why I say most churches think they're doing something when it's Thanksgiving time. Pass out turkeys, make baskets. Or it's Christmas time. Let's figure out what we're going to do for the kids. Let's figure out what family we're going to help. Man, that's sad. That's sad, real sad. Because if you understand pure religion, that's stuff you're supposed to be doing all the time. But how many times do you hear preachers talk about pure religion versus the religion that's binding and keeping you lost? You put religion over pure religion. If you know what pure religion means in the Bible, it ain't got nothing to do with what they talking about nowadays with all these different names and titles and all these rules and legalism and, Pharisee spirit. You name it. So when you realize why the church ain't growing, first of all, ask yourself this: is the church growing spiritually? It's sad. Your main concern, I'm talking about the ones that do this, is getting a bigger building, but yet and still, you wind up getting a bigger building full of hell. People coming in, still leaving the same way. Something wrong with that picture. Shalom, family.